I'd now like to welcome Peter Stockwell from the School of English to talk about how the subject is taught here at Nottingham and what a student can expect from the degree courses offered in the school. So Peter, can you tell us about the different degree courses that are offered here?
Sure. We have three main single honours English degrees, BA English, BA English Language and Literature, and BA English with Creative Writing. The differences between those are that the English is unusually broad. So unlike almost every other university, well, in fact, in the world, we give you the chance to do a whole range of things all within the one programme. On that degree, you can keep doing all those things if you like, or you can focus on some things and not others. The BA Language and Literature is a bit more restrictive, and you choose what you want from the beginning. And the Creative Writing degree, obviously, is the English degree with a Creative Writing option. And then we also have a whole range of joint honours courses where you do English with other subjects, 50-50.
So if they start at the university to do English, is it possible that they change their specialism further down the line, or?
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, the first year for those three single honours degrees is more or less common. So by the end of the year, everyone will more or less have done the same thing. And the beauty of that is that if you want to switch, it's easy because you've got the foundational knowledge. And if you don't want to switch, you just carry on doing everything. But yeah, you have the option at the end of the year.
That sounds great. Okay, so how can the skills learned on these courses be applied in the real world after graduation?
Oh, well, one thing about doing an English degree is that it doesn't really restrict you to what you do with the rest of your life. So we have people going into almost any job you could think of. So there are things that you might expect, like teaching, local government, civil service, diplomatic service, charity sectors, working in the offices for marketing and advertising and for commercial or multinational corporations. But in fact, we have people who go on to become radiographers or join the armed forces or go and work abroad and set up businesses. Almost anything you can think of, English sets you up for, because it gives you the critical skills to be able to see new problems, see problems and identify new solutions to them that you've never come across before. And our former students are really good at that. So they're much in demand from employers as a result of that.
Yeah, wow. So you touched there about different sectors that students go into after graduation, but we also offer placements, right, during the degree. So could you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, again, a big range of those as well. So English students tend to be interested in working in the creative industries around Nottingham particularly. And we have really good relationships with the many theatres in Nottingham. Nottingham is unusual for a relatively small city for having lots of theatre and cultural life that you wouldn't expect for somewhere so compact. So a lot of our students do placements there with voluntary agencies across the city, across the Midlands, across the region. And we have a dedicated office that helps students to find something that they're really interested in as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So what does the University of Nottingham do particularly well in English? Why should students come here specifically for it?
This is what lots of people ask me this on an open day. And it is sort of true that about 2/3 of any English degree anywhere in the world will be about the same things. You know, it'd be weird if you didn't do a bit of Shakespeare or the Brontes or 20th century novels and poetry. I think the difference with Nottingham is that you can do everything that you can do anywhere else, but all here. So we do modern literature from 1600 onwards, and most places do that. You can do literature before that, right through back into the medieval period, and only a few universities still offer that. You can do creative writing, and only a few universities offer that. You can do language and linguistics, and only a few universities offer that. Theatre and drama, same. So the chance here is that you get the opportunity to do all of those things. And as I said at the beginning, if you want to focus on one area and not another, you can just let those go by the end of the first year. But almost nowhere else in the world can you do that spread.
Thanks, Peter. The schedule below, if you're watching on the website, has a link that will take you to more information about studying English at the university.